should judge me by my shoes. It might help my presentation a little bit more. I don't know. Got it? Okay? Yes? Hi. All right. So, really, I'm kind of excited to be here because I've learned a lot at the feet of my mentors. I would argue that from the inside out, that the feet are the windows to the soul. Sure, you have cancers, warts, things like that to be concerned about, but I choose not to think about that, and I like to think instead of perceptions, and of how a lot of times we're judged by things like what kind of shoes we wear, what kind of toenail polish we have or don't have, and how we all start out the same way, learning at the feet of our mentors, the older, the wiser, the more experienced. That's my daughter's shoes, by the way. The one on the right. We groom ourselves, and we get prepared for the type of people we think that we need to become. We get the certifications that we think we need. You know, we get the letters after the name that we think we need. I don't have two right feet, though. But I'm going to allow you to take a ride with me, a journey to learn at the feet of my mentors. I actually contacted Howard South, my high school art teacher, and a few other people, and asked them for pictures of their feet. This was an awkward email. And people like Howard South taught me things like, you don't have to be so outspoken with your clothing and with everything, although but that sometimes you can learn more from operating from the inside, or visiting the blank space, that there's inspiration to be found there in the quiet, right? In the pauses. So maybe I found out that skulls aren't great accessories. Who knew? You can put people off, you know, people who can be helpful. And maybe the mentors that you need to find to help you out, they're not into the skulls thing. My first association director, Jenny now Husong, she taught me a lot. She taught me a lot about like visiting the places that I needed to visit, and not just going into the convention center, but venturing out. She also taught me that you don't have to walk a mile in someone else's shoes if it's already been documented well. So that's helpful to know. Mentors don't always teach you things that are for business. They teach you things like celebrating life, like how to smile more, like why it's important to take time and appreciate those things that are in your life, not just business. Cynthia Demore, I think that anyone who knows this woman would not be surprised at her choice of toenail polish. Cynthia Demore taught me about celebrating life. She's taught me a lot about embracing who I am on the inside. And also, in knowing when it's good to be bold, and knowing when you need to toe the line, so to speak. Waka waka. Okay. Let us not forget that we have the anti-mentor, though. You know, we have the people who sometimes crush our souls, and those are the lessons that we learn from the most, right? They're the ones that stick with us through time, and we bear the scars. But we bear them hopefully well, we learn from them. I only have one kid, you know, and I'm not a housewife. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I don't know where Josh T is today, but I thank him for leading me down the path that I've become. My sister, Kylie Kaufman, she's a great example of the type of mentor that you learn from throughout your life. The type of person, your mother, father, sister, brother, who is constantly telling you why you should not be afraid to be who you are. Why you should be able to accept who you are and know when it's worth the price. So, from without to within, from within to without, I would say that we've all learned at the feet of our mentors. And if I've learned something from anything that anyone's ever told me, I would hope that someday I would be a good mentor myself. That one day, if the shoe fits, that I'll wear it. Thank you.